that we resubbed. So I'll leave them here and then we're going to go for them. I think it's most likely going to be at the back of the submission. But yeah, we've got some ones here. There we go. Cool. It's a bit of a random time to go live. I do not pick the best times. I don't know how to share this. Share, there we are. Right. I'll wait for try sort out the lighting, make sure it's because it usually shows off. Let's have a look. I could have planned this for like here we are. We've got someone in. It's a bit of a random time. The Americans have just woken up, I bet, and the English, you know, it's midday. Like people were out doing stuff. It's D-Day celebrations, but yeah. So obviously I've kept the labels because like for interest. Obviously the PSA 9 is going to be an interesting one because there are no subgrades. So there's not really too much to compare bar the overall grade. But what we will do is we've also got a card that I dropped off from Miss Fail. So and then I've got like a submission here that I need to send off as well. Still no sign of my Miss Fail, which is annoying. I've emailed them and no update. So right. We'll crack into this and see what we got. So nice shiny cases. Let's use this to cover the grade. So the first two cards are ones that like one of them was mislabeled, and this one it was the sleeve. It was a bit bent. It's still bent. It's going to be hard to see because they're so shiny. It's still bent, but it is whatever. They've just downgraded the surface because they've bent the card. Yeah, okay. It's still a 9. Yeah, there's not really much to say about that one. You can see that it's bent. Obviously, the sleeve, there's nothing much you can do about it now. But it is done. It is what it is. This one, they had to relabel. It's the same. Well, that sleeve's a bit like. It's the same grade. It's just they labeled it Dynasty, I think. So like that was wrong. Right, now we're actually getting into the submissions. We got a Null Rune Robe. Yeah, this was upgraded to the 10 because it was 2 10 subgrades. So, which was nice. So any any of these cards in 10's quite nice. Just graded anyway. So let me try change the lighting because I feel like that might be a bit better. It's more of a natural lighting. So we got a PCG 10 for the Null Rune. I'll keep these aside because I don't think any of those are going to come at the start. Then we got the Misfail. Oh no, we got the 9. It's the surface. Let's have a look. It's gonna be print lines. The Null Rune's nice, yeah. It's gonna be print lines. It's hard because these all like they're all like part of the art, but yeah, there's a print line through the middle there. So yeah, it's probably fair. 9's a 9. I would like all of them. Yeah, Belgian print is poop for grading, I've heard as well. But it's a lovely card anyway. So, and I opened it at UK Games Expo. It was like my first hit, so I kind of wanted to have. So we got Katsu there. We got a 9. Got center in 9.5 surface, edges and corners. Yeah, there's a little bit of whitening in that bottom corner there. Yeah, like this is in the pile. This is going to be a 9. Same thing. I'm happy having them all 9s because I feel like getting 9.5 is going to be really difficult. But Katsu, yeah, I thought about doing a player slab for this, but then my brain would be like, no, you got 1 player slab. I have got another Katsu in this grading pile to grade, so maybe that'll do a little bit better. But yeah, 9's okay. These old these promos are really hard to grade. We'll go. The end will be like the big ones. We got an E strike. We got a 9. Got 8.5 on the surface. This is a Belgian print. 10 centering, 9.5. Oh, that surface being 8.5 is a bit of a slag. I didn't see anything wrong with it myself, but obviously it's going to be hard to see in a slab now. Probably we'll do the 9s if we get any 9.5s. I'm happy with a 10. We got another restrike here, and we got a 9 again. Is it the same? Okay. So we got two 9.5s. So that's a quad plus plus at least. So that's a better copy. Both Belgian print. So very nice. What have we got? We got a pink sync. They've got the 9 as well. Quad plus plus again. 9's just pretty standard. PCG UK are very firm and fair. I do think that, not being biased because I wouldn't care too much who I'm submitting to. As long as it's PCG, that's my go-to for Flesh and Blood. But obviously the guys, Ollie and Ryan, they're absolutely fantastic, really nice. But the grading's fair. So if they give it a 9, I'm happy with that. Whereas if it was like PCG US maybe or Germany, I probably wouldn't be so sort of happy with that. Not happy, but maybe. Got a 9 on the Surgeon Stripe pink, 10 centering. We got 8 on the surface again. Maybe I missed something on the foiling. But nice card to have. This one was from Worlds. I bought this. I think I might have bought both of them at Worlds actually. They were literally. I watched them get packed in the alpha draft. Next we have a Rainbow Foil Tunic. Got the 9. God, this surface is gonna rinse me today, isn't it? The surface is gonna be the one that does me. I feel like they've all been it's another tunic, graded tunic. What we got? We got Deathmatch Arena. This one was clean. I pulled this for myself from a case that I got from Cuba. And we got a 9 in. 9 on centering. Corners and edges are fine. It's surface again. Oh, I did think this was going to get a 9.5. Pretty card nonetheless. I was hoping this would get the 9.5. I'm hoping I get a 9.5 in this. It's going to be all 9s, isn't it? Okay, Core Plus Plus, Black Tech Whisperers. We got a cold foil there. 2 9s. This one's got a 9.5 on the center. It's just a surface. It's centering in corners. It's gonna be all 9s, isn't it? We got the edge on the Stream State. Very nice. Oh, okay. We got a 9.5. It's not quite. It's not a quad. Yeah. It's majority. I need to put that there so it doesn't spoil it. There we go. I'm happy with 9.5 on this because it's such a beautiful card. Yeah, really, really nice card. Very pretty. Obviously, it went up a little bit recently because of Illusionist, obviously before Part of Miss fell. Yeah, we got the 10, but I bought that as a 9.5. Oh, we got another 9.5. Same subgrades. Amphibian Rapture again. Another Dust Till Dawn legendary EA. Such a pretty card. Happy with 9.5s on both of these. They're very pretty cards. I need to somehow do it without ruining it before. We'll do that. Iron Song Versus got the 9. 8.5 surface. Surface strikes again. I need to check with the loop maybe a bit more on surface because I feel like surface has let me down the whole time. Very nice card though. Again, Cold 4 legendaries are a little bit underrated. Right, we're getting towards the spice. So we got New Horizon, Quad Plus Plus at least. We didn't get down on the surface, but centering and corners. What we got here? We got 5. Okay, so these 5 are the 5 here. So we got the Great Library of Solana. So now we can compare these. So this got a 9. So it got downgrade on centering, corners the same, edges it got upgraded, and surface it got downgraded. So it's actually a better grade overall, just because it's a quad plus now, rather than the obviously having the 8.5 and centering edges. These are extremely hard to grade. Great Library of Solana, I don't see 9.5s very often. So I was hoping that it was going to maybe push. I was hoping that the edges would go up, and maybe one of these would bump to get the 9.5, but 9 I'm happy with. It's the same overall subgrade, but it is slightly better. So what have we got next? Next we should have... We've got the Robe of Rapture, which is here. There we go. What do we get? Oh, we got the 9.5 bump. There we go. So centering's the same, corner's the same, surface is the same. It's just edges bumped up 0.5. So that's a win. That again, I just cracked these. These are the old PCG Channel Fireball ones where they, a lot of people aren't happy with the accuracy of their grading. But 9.5 is a great win. So we did get, so far both of these are better than what we had. And I've got a 9 of this. I've got 2 9s already actually, and I wanted a 9.5, so we've got that. Again, old stuff. So now we're going to be moving on to, we've got Breaking Scales, which is a 9. Okay, so we got same 9. We got Centering got a bump by whole grade. Corners went down. Edges stay the same, and surface went down. So it is again a quad plus now. But it did lose. It gained a whole grade on centering, but it did obviously lose 0.5 on 2. So again, still 9, but it is an alpha common cold foil. And it was a gift from Jeremy, who I bought the mask from, which is here. So next should be the Tectonic Plating, which was a risk. For those that know, obviously, I think Transient was bidding against me on this one, but then he ended up pulling one. Right, so let's do... There's no subgrades. God, these labels. That's a huge win. That's a fucking huge win. A 9.5 legendary cold foil from... Oh, wow. Okay. That's a huge win. Because I paid well below market for this. I paid a raw pricing, basically. And the premium for a 9.5, obviously, especially in, these for a legendary. This is a huge win. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I was just trying to look at the comments on my laptop just in case I didn't miss anything. But yeah, that's a huge win. Wow, PSA 9. So I paid 700 for this, which was raw pricing, and it was an interesting one because it was like, how well does PSA, like, obviously I cracked it. If you'd send it in like that, they probably wouldn't bump it. So there's obviously no subgrades, but 3.5s is a big one there for an alpha. So that's a huge one there. That can go there. Right. The last one, the last one which I'm really scared about is the Alpha Mask Momentum. Because with this, the surface was the issue here. Obviously, you can see that 8.5. But when I cracked it out the slab, it was a lot more noticeable. And it was kind of like a print defect mark. And I was worried that it was going to like massively like downgrade it. So here we go. You can see it like ever so slightly down here. You can kind of see it at an angle. Let me see if I can move the light in a bit. You can kind of see it a little bit, just where Story is. When it's out the slab, it's a lot more noticeable. And I was like, fuck, how much does that count? Like, how much are they going to knock that down for? But ultimately, I would rather have a slightly lower grade than one that I'm not 100% confident in the accuracy of. And I think that's the most important thing, right? Buy the card, not the grade. Because this Channel Fireball PCG was very inaccurate. Obviously, if it gets like a 6.5, I'm going to cry. You'll hear me crying. I'm expecting an 8 to 8.5 just because I feel like that's a big thing. They can't ever give it a whole point over, regardless of the other subgrades, even though these are hugely high. Like a 10 and 2 9.5s, because of the edges, the surface, I feel like the surface is going to be like a 7.5. So yeah, we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Okay, okay, right. So it got a 7.5 on surface. So it got the downgrade on surface, and it also got a downgrade on corners. So it got an 8.5, which is a near mint plus. I'm happy with that. I paid, how much did I pay for this? $1,200, I think, at the time, which is about a couple of months ago. So that is that, like, these I've seen nines sell for like 16, 17, 18, even up to $2,000 sell. So I'm happy. In in the Mask of Momentum, there is only, I can't remember how many copies now. There's only X amount of copies that I've got the guide. I can't remember the name. I'm sure if Tom's watching this or Transient, they'll know exactly the number. I always forget. But yeah, it's not a 6.5. So an 8.5 I'm happy with. The LGS. Oh, the I've been trying to help find a buyer for the is that the cosplay one, the with the playmat and stuff. But yeah, so we got 2 alpha cold foils here. It was a big submission. I would say overall success on what we cracked to resubmit. So if we put these under here, there we go. Where's breaking scales? I feel like this is a success. Obviously, Roborapture and the tectonic plating is huge. Nothing bar the mask, which I was confident was going to, got a downgrade. Everything else got upgraded, and 2 stayed the same. So I take that as a win. Obviously, I'll do a quick recap. So we got the Null Room, which is the 10, and then we got 2 legendaries from Dust Till Dawn, which are both 9.5s. And then the 9s, we got New Horizon, Iron Song versus Black Tech. Honestly, a lot of the 9s I'll end up at some point just cracking. Another Tunic, couple of alphas. We didn't get any 8s, like PCG Germany submission. So we got Katsu there, we got the Sacred Arts, and then a couple of Marvels there. Just some bits and stuff. And then obviously these bad boys here. The Tectonic I'm just super happy with, honestly. I didn't think I'd ever own a cold foil legendary from Alpha. And now I have 2. They're expensive, right? I think when I bought the Alpha box, I thought that was going to be my exposure to like the top end of Alpha. I've been lucky in a certain extent. With the EA Tunic was a little bit different. That kind of, I acquired that through different means. Sexual favors was the big part of that, which I don't recommend doing, kids. But yeah, so overall pretty good. Very happy. These 2 are absolutely huge. Both cards that will stay in my collection probably forever. The mask as well, unless I ever get the opportunity to get an actual accurate 9 or 9.5, which would means of trading. Maybe I'd trade this and other stuff towards it. Who knows? But for now, I'm happy with it. It was a card that I dreamt of owning since I got into Flesh and Blood back in 2020. For those that know, I set out this year as a goal. It was to get the Alpha Mask Momentum, and I did it in like February. So I haven't really got any goals for Flesh and Blood for the rest of the year, other than really just kind of finishing off maybe my the non-foil Alpha binder, my Crucible of War, bits like that, because I've kind of been like doing that. I have got a box of WTR Belgian print that I'm considering opening. If anyone wants to stick around, I'll crack that open. 100%. Hitting the goals is something huge. It really does mean a lot. Having the opportunity, because I feel like a lot of people, I've spoken to people and they're like, oh yeah, but you know, when you kind of collecting and getting all these really nice cards, it kind of doesn't, you feel numb to it, which I would disagree. I think it does really mean a lot to me to own these cards. So yeah, but I'll grab the Belgian box is literally just here. I've been considering opening it for a while. and I picked it up in a collection of boxes that I bought, and I noticed that this was Belgian print. So, and we know that Belgian print's better. So we'll crack straight into this and see what we can get. I was gonna do maybe a box break, but I thought, well, I don't know if it's from a case. Like, I don't know if the legendary's been pulled, and I wouldn't really want to kind of be like do a box break for something I don't know the certainty of what could be pulled. At least with a case, there's a chance to get the legendary, but with this, obviously, we don't know. So we'll kind of go through this fairly quickly. You've all seen Welcome to Wraith, right? For fuck's sake. You can't make this up. You cannot make this up. For fuck's sake. Oh my god. Guess it's just going to the submission. Jammy Jamie strikes again. I simply cannot. I'm glad I live streamed this. Yeah. I don't think Tom's watching because he's probably busy doing adult things like real adults do. But yeah, there we go. We got another tunic. First pack in of a loose Belgian box. And there's a tunic there. So that's what I mean. I've pulled this card a billion times, and every single time I pull it, it feels as special as the last. So for those that stayed in to watch this, obviously we're going to hope to get a nice Majestic. Obviously, there's still a chance of technically getting a heart. But yeah, there we go. Yeah. You witnessed this live. It was a Rhino pack. Well, there's another tunic for the submission. So yeah, that's. I'll show my submission so far. So we got that. We got levels EA, which I pulled. The Zen. The centering's not the worst on Zen, but it's not the best. We got Rhino, another Katsu, Bravo, which I pulled from the Judge pack. 2 Kadachi. I'm probably gonna crack the Yorick, and grade that. So yeah, I let's have a look. Got disable. Loose packs do generally work, so that's great. I think I paid like 50 quid for this box, so that's a nice one there. It does mean we should get Drone of Brutality, yeah. So I mean, we keep rares separate anyway, but Drone of Brutality is obviously banned, so they didn't print it in the Japanese print. Got Blood Rush Bellow there. That's a nice one because I know that that is scarce in the UK because it's just such a good brute card. We were kind of hoping that it was going to get reprinted in the KO deck. Just going to double check that I haven't skipped any like red sinks and stuff, like the good stuff. Most of the stuff has been reprinted enough, like the commons and stuff, that there's no value. But the sinks are still good. I sorted through a load of bulk the other day, and I've managed to find like tons of play sets of like Arc stuff, the good stuff from Arc. Oh, we got a foil sigil. That's a good one. That's a hit. Don't see those very often. Yeah, the Fate for Scene from Arcane Rising. That's what I found loads of those. Ravenous Rabble's not worth much. They're like 20p each, I think, now, because they got reprinted. But the Fate for Scene still is like a couple of quid. Razor Reflex. That in a red's nice as a... Still waiting for my cases of Misfail. I'm hoping if I pull anything good, then I will do another... I should have probably emptied my bin before I did this. If anyone needs any bulk from any sets, let me know. Because I am like actually starting to actually organize it now. So like, I kind of know the gist of where things are. So if you have if you're trying to build something and you know, there's not everything's listed on Cardmarket, I don't think, for a lot of these commons and uncommons and stuff and rares. Let me know, I can have a little look through. Got a super rare there, which is Hurricane Technique. Got a crap bauble there. When I did peek on the PCG grading, like the pot report, and I saw that someone had graded an Alpha Mask Momentum 6.5. And I literally messaged Tom and I was like, please, if that's mine, I'm gonna cry. I will cry live. And I got it in my head that, because like that was the newest one added to the pot report. Like I don't know how quickly it updates. That's a good one there. Just keep that there. So I was like, oh, okay. Is that my copy? Blessing and Deliverance, Version. So I had it in my head that was mine. And mine was like a 6.5. Like maybe I think the surface, it was surface as well dropped. I think the surface was like a 5.5. So got Route as our super. I kind of miss super as a little bit. It definitely made Majestic feel more special, but I think they couldn't do it now with the sheer amount of Majestics that we get. And obviously the expansion slot stuff as well. Yeah, I am basically the man that pulls and collects tunics and I guess other things as well. I think that's like my 30th tunic pulled now. Like, whenever I opened up Crucible of War, I opened up... We've got Forged for War there. I think... What was it? I think out of 25 cases of Crucible of War I've opened, I've pulled... There's one case where it didn't have a legendary, and everything else had a legendary. It's only a legendary with 2.5 cases for Crow, because it's supplemental. So you're not guaranteed an L. And I only pulled Shiana once or twice, and every other case... I think I had like 19 cases in a row where it was just the tunic. We've got Mugenshi Release, which is most likely our super / majestic foil. Without the legendary, this would obviously be a difficult thing to open. Because you're not going to get value back. And that's why like Blood Rush Bellow isn't getting like... There isn't more copies on the market because people aren't opening this set in mass because there's no reason to. Most of the cards have been reprinted. So there's like almost no value in those. Even the legendaries, like bar the tunic, I think all the other legendaries are below 100. Got Snatch there. Go for... I'll have a look at the condition of the tunic after. It's getting grade anyway. I'm fine with a 9. But I'll have a look to see if it can actually get a 9.5. So I've only got 2 9.5 foiled tunics from WTR. Another drone, nice. Belgian print is the supreme print. Has anyone else got any submissions for PCG they're doing? I think there's a one of the people at my locals is going to do... Well, a few people at my locals want to do submissions soon, so I think I'll do a submission with them. But one of them wants us to sub the tunic, so I don't know how we're going to differentiate. I guess I can do it. They do it in order, so I'll just make sure that, like, hers as it starts. Oh, we got Toma Fiendel as our Majestic. Used to be such a good card. Used to be a real staple. And then it just stopped becoming one, and now they're like 5-6 quid. But it used to be like a lot more expensive than it is now. I actually don't know why. If anybody knows, or it just better cards came out, I guess. It happens, I suppose. Especially games like this where there's no like rotation. So it's most likely the Majestic that we'll get for this box. You don't always get two. We got Break and Scales foil. Nice. I always keep any equipment foil. People like that. Spend 2 quid on a rainbow foil for Break and Scales, or 200 on the Alpha cold foil. Sigil, we got Hurricane Technique. There we are. We got 2 packs left. We're going to be ending on the Katsu pack. My boy. Time Snap, Bucket and Blow. Right. Final pack. We got Katsu. Another Sync. I think that. Staunch, Overpower, and Disable. And there we go. That is the end. So, successful box. Successful video. I'm going to put that in the comments. Just randomly. We got rares, some other bits there. So, yeah, got 2 Hurricane Techniques. So, where are our supers? We got 4 supers, 1 super foil, 2 Majestics. Got foil sigil, Breaking Scales, and a tunic, which is basically just the main part of this channel. If you haven't seen I posted on Instagram a recent photo of a load of my graded tunics, which was nice. But yeah, awesome. Thank you all for watching. As always, please comment, like, subscribe for more content, and hope you all have a really good day.